The architect of the future. Elon Musk's abnormal childhood before launching rockets. Elon Musk was officially written off as an asylum-ready lunatic when he was young. His classmates called him a freak. Doctors rated his social skills at 0, and his own father thought he was brain damaged. But how did this broken boy weaponize these exact defects to hijack the global economy? The answers lie in a brutal childhood hell his PR team desperately tries to polish. Today, we peel back the myth off the architect of the human future, Elon Musk. A world on mute. The misunderstood genius. Let's rewind to 1971 in South Africa, where baby Musk enters the world. By age 3, his mother, Maya, genuinely thought she had bought a broken toddler. Call his name, and he'd look right through you. Drop a heavy silver spoon right next to his plate, and he wouldn't even blink. Naturally terrified, May dragged him to a doctor who slapped hearing aids on him, which did absolutely nothing because the kid wasn't deaf. He was just already ignoring the entire planet. It wasn't until one day, while May was cooking in the kitchen, that she suddenly heard Musk shouting at the living room radio, "No, Jupiter doesn't have 12 moons, it has 16. May rushed out to find Musk staring intently at an astronomy program on the radio, his eyes shining like stars. He wasn't deaf. He was just automatically filtering out unimportant sounds. Can you imagine? A 3-year-old child remembering the number of Jupiter's moons from the Encyclopedia Britannica. One who could abruptly interrupt an adult conversation to point out that dinosaurs went extinct because of an asteroid impact, not volcanic eruptions. He could sit on the sofa and watch sci-fi movies for 4 hours straight without even going to the bathroom, all because a universe simulator was running in his brain, shutting out the external world entirely. May later wrote in her autobiography that Elon never failed to hear. He simply didn't care. When he focused on something, it was as if the whole world was put on mute. This wasn't deafness. It was deep focus, what scientists call a state of flow. But in 1970s South Africa, no one understood this. Teachers said he had ADHD, classmates called him a nerd, and even his own father, Errol, scolded him, "If you keep spacing out like this, you'll end up picking up garbage for a living." Finding solace in code and sci-fi. When Musk was 10, his father gave him a Commodore VIC-20 computer. That was 1981, a time when fewer than 1 million people globally had ever used a personal computer. On the first day he got it, Musk read the manual 10 times and then told his father, "I want to program a game." For the next 3 months, Musk sat in front of the computer every day after school, typing until his fingers bled, May recalled. "I even had to bring his meals to the computer. Sometimes I would wake up in the middle of the night and see the light still on in his room, with the screen full of code I couldn't understand." At age 12, Musk finished his game, Blastar. Players controlled a spaceship shooting aliens, set against a starry background he drew himself. He sent the game to PC and Office Technology magazine, which not only published it but paid him $500. That was in 1983, when $500 could buy a used motorcycle. But Musk didn't buy a motorcycle. Half universe, half hell. Surviving bullying. You see, this is Musk's abnormality. While other 12-year-olds were playing rugby and chasing girls, he was wondering where the boundaries of the universe were, and if humanity could colonize Mars. His brain had no room for typical childhood activities, only for what he wanted to do. Musk's childhood was half universe, half hell because he didn't fit in. His classmates bullied him relentlessly, throwing his backpack onto the roof, putting bugs in his lunch, and even pinning him to the bathroom floor to beat him. Once, classmates beat him so badly he suffered broken ribs and spent a week in the hospital. But Musk didn't cry, nor did he complain to his parents. He did something even stranger. He wrote a novel. It was called The Secret of the Tomb. about a boy who discovers an ancient tomb hiding alien technology and ultimately uses it to save the Earth. He showed the novel to Maya, who asked, "Did you write this to get back at the people who bullied you?" Musk replied, "No, I just want to tell them that I don't care about their fists because my future is in a place they cannot see." Later, Musk said in an interview, "The people who bullied me are probably working at gas stations or as supermarket cashiers now, while I am doing things they wouldn't even dare to imagine." Do you think this is holding a grudge? I don't think so. This is cognitive crushing. While others solved problems with fists, he solved them with the future. When others lived in present hatred, he lived in future hope. The gamble on the future at 17. Musk made a crazy decision to leave South Africa for Canada. The reason was simple: under South Africa's apartheid policy, Musk felt he could never do what he truly wanted there. May initially objected. "You're only 17. Your English isn't even fluent. How will you survive in Canada?" Musk replied, "I can work odd jobs. I can sleep in basements. As long as I can leave this place, I don't want to become a man like Dad." Musk's father, Errol, was a successful engineer, but also a control freak. He always told Musk, "You need to get a stable job, like a doctor or a lawyer. Don't mess around with useless technology." Musk retorted, "A stable job is just a stable waste of life." So, a 17-year-old Musk boarded a plane to Toronto with $2,000. In Canada, he worked as a farmhand, a cleaner, and a software programmer. When he was at his poorest, he lived in a friend's basement, ate instant noodles every day, and couldn't even bear to turn on the heating. But he said, "Those were the happiest days of my life because I could finally do what I wanted to do." This wasn't just some teenage rebellion against a control-freak dad. It was a full-blown declaration of war against an ordinary life. He drew up the blueprints for his future and happily traded cozy stability for a high-stakes gamble, from Silicon Valley to the stars in 1995. Musk graduated from the University of Pennsylvania with dual degrees in physics and economics and headed to Silicon Valley. While everyone was building basic web portals, Musk did something no one dared to imagine: creating an online yellow pages called Zip2. When friends asked if he was crazy because yellow pages belong on paper, Musk fired back, "No one uses it now, but in 5 years, everyone will." As a result, Compaq bought Zip2 in 1999 for $307 million, netting Musk $22 million. But he didn't stop. He poured his earnings into an even crazier project, an online payment platform called PayPal. At that time, credit cards were mainstream, and no one believed you could pay money using an email address. Musk insisted that the money of the future would be digital, not paper. eBay snapped up PayPal in 2002 for $1.5 billion, netting Musk $165 million. Now a multi-millionaire, he poured all his PayPal fortune into 2 seemingly suicide missions: Tesla electric cars and SpaceX private rockets. When friends warned him that electric cars don't sell and rockets explode, Musk simply replied, "If I don't do it, no one else will." The outcome? By 2020, Tesla became the world's most valuable car company, and SpaceX was regularly carting astronauts to the International Space Station. Why abnormal is a superpower, so why does Musk keep winning while ordinary people just complain on the internet? It's not some magical genius juice, it's sheer unfiltered delusion, while the rest of us look at a cliff and see a deadly drop. Musk looks at it and thinks, "I bet I can build a flying car before I hit the ground." He doesn't look for reasons to fail. He treats failure like a minor software bug. In 2023, Musk posted a tweet on X, formerly Twitter, saying, "I was considered abnormal when I was a kid, but now abnormality has become my superpower." And let's be honest, that tweet was a direct slap to the face for the rest of us. We spend our entire lives chasing normalcy, the normal 9 to 5, the normal house, the normal, uninspired thoughts, forgetting that normal is just corporate speak for mediocre, while the rest of us hide our weird obsessions out of pure social panic. Musk weaponized his. He took his obsessive hyper-focus and built rockets, electric vehicle empires, and literal brain chips, proving that what society labels an abnormality is usually just unvarnished raw talent. So when you look at Musk's train wreck of a childhood, stop trying to turn it into a heartwarming biopic. He wasn't just a misunderstood kid. He was a deeply scarred anomaly who weaponized his trauma into an economic engine. The takeaway isn't that being normal is a cozy lifestyle choice. It's that a normal mind is just a factory setting for mediocrity, after all. Nobody ever built a multi-billion-dollar empire by staying within the safety lines. Reclaiming your own abnormality, Musk once said. When something is important enough, you do it, even if the odds are not in your favor. That's not just a cute quote for an Instagram caption. It's a brutal operating system. From a battered target of schoolyard bullies to a market-moving titan, Musk proved that destiny isn't something you wait for. It's something you hijack. So instead of worshiping his genius as an innate miracle, realize it's just the terrifying compound interest of a guy who refused to turn down his volume. Did you ever have something you wanted to do as a child but didn't dare to? Like wanting to be a painter but fearing you couldn't make a living, wanting to write a novel but fearing no one would read it, or wanting to start a business but fearing failure. Those things you didn't dare to do are your hidden superpowers. So embrace your own flavor of weirdness, whether it's coding at 3 a.m. or hoarding charts. Who cares if people think you're crazy? In a world run by boring, predictable suits, your quirks are the only real leverage you have. Go build your own rocket, or at least stop listening to people who couldn't even manage a lemonade stand. Whatever it is, bring it back, because that is where you and Musk are most alike. Musk said that when you do something, do not ask if others would do it. Ask if you want to do it, because other people's opinions can never compare to your own passion. And that is the terrifying power of weaponized abnormality. See you in the next episode.